What's up, Dan Crow? How we doing Friday? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, that was the response I deserved. Everybody having a good weekend? We having a good time? Yeah, it's fucking Friday. We made it. Let's get bombed. Yeah, I'm having a great week because my best friend came in town. I haven't seen him in years, right? It's been like 2 years. He lives in Seattle. He came, he stayed with me for 2 weeks, and then he left. Is that not the best? When somebody you love stays in your house for 2 weeks and then gets the fuck out? It was magical. It was really good to see him though, because it's been a while, right? It's been 2 years. In that 2 years, lots happened, right? He grew his hair out. I grew my hair out. He looks like Jared Leto right now. I look like somebody's aunt that's transitioning. Not enough leave-in conditioner in the world to fix what I have right now. Oh man, like I said, he is in Seattle, so we did a lot of Seattle shit, which was pretty cool. Smoked weed all day, just drinking IPAs. Was terrified I was gonna look down and be in Birkenstocks. Just pull a hacky sack out. Check my email, be like, when did I buy Dave Matthews tickets? Fuck that band, right? Oh man, he's one of these crystal people. Does anybody know these people? Yeah, there's a lot of whites here, so I figured, we would have a lot of common interest here. Yeah, he's one of these crystal people. He slid this to me right before he left, and he was like, here you go, man. This is for wealth and prosperity. And I went, you live in a camper. And just stayed with me for 2 weeks and just slid that shit confidently, like, here you go, you poor piece of shit. I think we did have a nightmare scenario though. It was definitely one in like my top 3 biggest fears happened. He borrowed my car a lot while he was here. So he's in my car quite a lot. And one day he left and it was like noon. It's my day off. I had the house to myself. I was like, man, see what page 48 of Pornhub looks like right now. It's about the right time for it, right? And as I'm pulling this video up and it keeps pausing and playing and no sound is coming out. She's figured this out already. I'm sitting there for 25 minutes struggling. I even Googled at one point, does Spectrum have an outage right now? No, but my erection does. Come to find out, he never left, right? He was still in the driveway, and my phone was connected to Bluetooth. My car also has a lovely screen, so he got to read what I was watching. That's a great way to tell your best friend your whole life. Midget porn coming in hot. He just busts open the door and he's like, stop jerking off! I was like, she's thick. He's like, yeah, she's 3'11", Brad. True story, really happened. So I'm having a good week. I'm a heavily tattooed dude, which is pretty rad. I've been tattooed over 20 years, which is pretty wild. And like back in the day when I started getting tattooed, everybody looked at it differently, right? They were looking at me like, man, like that guy's a badass. Like that guy's in a biker gang. And now everybody looks at me and they're like, that guy is a barista. Damn it. I can't even put my hair in a man bun. People just start ordering. So many lattes I have to be responsible for. Go to Target with my girlfriend, you see an apron fly out, hit me in the side of the head. Clock in, dickhead. Gotta make some pink drinks. I did start a new job recently. Anybody do that? It's also the reaction that you get. It's a fucking terrible time. Don't do that, right? I started a new job selling and installing artificial turf and grass, which makes me feel like the biggest lesbian on a job site. Every day I show up. I also happen to just look like the biggest lesbian on a job site. Every day I show up. I don't know if you know construction. Like, that's a toxic male environment, right? Like, one day these plumbers show up. I'm like, what are you here to do, man? He's like, I'm a plumber. I'm fucking laying pipe. And you're like, no, you're not. That's like 0 for 50 on Tinder today. He ran out of swipes, paid for more. I know he's not fucking. And he'll just look at me, he's like, what are you here to do? And I'll just be able to be like, scissor grass. I love that joke because it's like the circle of life for me. Because I get paid now to sell fake grass when I went to jail for selling real grass. Yeah. Best way to say, hey strangers, retired drug dealer. Just kidding, I'm like Tom Brady, I'll never fucking stop, you know? Until my family leaves, you know? That's a great Tom Brady joke. Tattoo people, we do get really dumb questions all the time. It's kind of like my favorite thing. They're like, did it hurt when you got tattooed? And you're like, yeah, obviously, I'm broken. Like, I look like I manage a Hot Topic in my 40s. They're like, do your tattoos mean anything? And I'm like, yeah, I got bitches be trippin' tattooed on my arm in Italian. That means at one point in my life, I Googled bitches be trippin' in Italian. Yeah. To be 19 again, you know? God. But the best part is, somebody always asks this, they're like, do you regret any of the tattoos that you have on your body? And I have a giant pink cupcake tattooed on my ass that says, Sweet Cheeks. And then I went to jail. I was popular. Just holding pockets, skipping around every day. I'm just saying, I had a cigarette every day I was in there. If it was an Airbnb, 5 stars, you know? It's a good ride. What do you want me to say? Finally on probation for the first time since 2019. Yeah! Yeah! I'm doing everything I've been doing the whole time. Drinking and driving. Confidently. No, it's great. My grandmother's my person. We all have our people, right? My grandmother lives in Asheboro. Does anybody know where Asheboro, North Carolina is? Keep driving. God damn it, that place sucks. There is no culture there. Like, my grandfather called me not too long ago. This is a real story. He was like, hey man, we got a new Mexican restaurant opening up in town. Next time you're here, you gotta check it out. And like anybody else would have said, I was like, fuck yeah, fam. What's it called? He said, Chili's. I had to delete his number. You know, I can't even have that negativity in my life. But I called my grandma up and I was like, Grandma, I'm finally on probation for the first time in 3 years. Yeah. She was like, that's not good news. You're just gonna smoke the pot again. Grandma, I'm high right now. But the best part is, like, probation, the way they did it now, COVID changed a lot of things, right? So I had to check in online. That's a trap. First question, of course you're gonna take the drug test online on drugs, right? Like every time. And I'm high, and then first question, did you do drugs this month? Yes, no, maybe. You know how hard it is to be high and not click maybe? You don't know what I did, government. Oh man, weather's finally getting nice back here again, right? Summertime, fuck yeah. Yeah, except I forgot I got husky. I knew when I stopped working out, exact timeline, I lost my headphones, right? That's when you stop going to the gym. I'm not just gonna hear myself breathe, you know? That's not worth looking good for. But I fucked up. I went to Carolina Beach today, obviously, because look at me. That place is like a bat signal for white trash people, right? Tell me I can just black out, ride a carnival ride that was definitely built by somebody on methamphetamine. See a man in his 50s, shirtless, fight another man in his 50s, also shirtless, holding a baby, you know? Fucking love that place. I fucked up and I came out of the water and I hear just my friends go, hey man, you look like a Dollar General Aquaman. That's fucking brutal. You guys ready to have a good time? We warmed up so far? Yeah! We got a great show coming for you. We got a great guest spot. I love her to death. I think all of you will too. Give it up for the one and only Shannon Perez, everybody.